Hey,
we can
Dane, I've
squeeze
got a
in.
question for everybody.
Hey, everybody, it's Dean
Hey,
Grimes.
Dane.
Man, look at that.
It's been a while,
What's
and I
up
tell you
there?
what, Captain, I hate I didn't get to go to SWAT to see you this time. We're busy remodeling this house, and this week they're starting on my new shop. So I'll have a 30 by 50 shop right out beside the house. So if
Fantastic.
anybody has any ideas of things that they are super glad they did, or things that God they wish they'd have done when they built their shop, please send me a note or let me know.
Hey, Dean,
Plan-
I'll
plan
throw
your-
my
plan-
my phone
plan-
number in the
li-
comments real quick for you, and you can call me because I've had my new shop. I think I'm going on 3 years now, and so yeah, I'll definitely give you my what I wish I would have done different.
Okay, good
Make it-
deal.
Let me throw it in
Make
there.
it bigger.
Plan your machinery spots in your dust collection now and put your dust collection in first.
That's a good idea.
Yes, in a separate room.
Whenever you set the center of your shop up, the center of your shop needs to be the saw. That's the heart of any shop, is the saw.
Which kind of saw?
Well, I
There
mean,
you go.
in my case now it's a bandsaw. I mean, when I set up some of the other shops in places, welding shops, the saw is the beginning of everything that you do. Have your
My
workbench be the beginning.
Make everything.
Yeah, I mostly
around
use the
that.
table saw to hold stuff.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
table
my
saw. I
my
use the
workbench
table
is the
part.
center.
It's the saw that
Well, he
never
just
gets
said-
used,
he
but the
said- he
table gets
said-
used all the time.
He just said the big numbers. What? Would you say 30 by 50?
Yes.
I mean, so there, you know.
And my table saw is in the center of my shop, and I use it all the time.
It needs to be in the center.
Hey,
Yeah,
Richard.
my whole shop is built around my lathe. My lathe is my primary tool, and everything else is secondary to it. So,
Hey,
Could we
Richard,
get all of these? Could we get
Richard.
all of these on the web page so that we can? A lot of us are making new shops and things.
What?
It'd be real nice to
Yeah.
have some place to look and see what everybody else has done.
That is an awesome idea.
I like Kelly's idea too. You need a bathroom and a cot for all of us.
Well, I tell you what, that
Mine's
was
got
one
a
of the
bathroom in it.
first things I said. It's got to have a bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can use facilities without having to go into the house and empty all the dust out of your clothing.
I can sit there in the house all day long and never have to go. But if I walk in 3 steps into that shop, I have to turn around and go back in the house, you know?
You and me both.
Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law.
Hey, Richard.
Exactly.
Richard,
Glad I
one
still
thing
live in the country.
you need to do is don't decide at first exactly where everything is going to be, because as you start working and you start seeing what works for you, you'll want to move on around, and maybe 2 or 3 years later you'll have it set up exactly how you want it. So don't start off with anything set.
And you want to overbuild your electrical outlets. You want to have them up, 4 foot. You want to have them up above you. You want to have more than you're actually going to use.
And some of them from the
Lots of
ceiling.
electrical outlets.
Lots of them from the ceiling too.
Yes.
Yep.
When
Yeah,
I did
thought
mine,
about putting some in the floor, but I don't really think I'm going to, because I don't want to be tied down to that. I think I'm going to run them from the ceiling.
Yes.
Hey, Dean, another thing you want to do is you want to put in a mechanized hydraulic cable hoist
yes,
across your
Hoist.
ceiling.
sure. Take
Now,
your
what do you
tailstock
do
off.
with
A little cable crane, it's $150 little crane that'll lift 1,000 pounds, 1,500 pounds.
Right.
And especially by your lathe, that way you can lift up your logs and put it onto the lathe, because I'm in the same boat as you. I think I'm going to be building me a new shop here, and that's going to be one of the key features that I'm going to have for mine, is so I can get away from using my big push it around on the floor 1,000 pound, 1,500 pound engine hoist to put big logs on the leg.
Yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
Mechanized.
And
and I've even found, I don't know what, because I did not read this in the Powermatic manual when I bought mine, but something's going on with my tailstock that every year that thing gets heavier. Is that happening
know,
to your
right?
guys' tailstock?
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah, they
It's
gain
not
weight
every
every
year.
year, just like
It's,
us.
it's every time. It's every time I got to take it off, Doug. It's
Doug,
heavier.
That's exactly why I went ahead and spent the. That's exactly why I went ahead and spent the $300 on a swing away.
Right,
For
but you
mine.
turn off the side of your lathe. I don't. I turn from the end.
Kelly made a good
I
point.
can still turn from the end of
Drawing.
mine with my swing away out of the way.
Can you?
Make a drawing of everything, just like a planogram for designing the kitchen. And do a drawing on where you want to put everything to scale. Or if you already have the slab out there, get some cardboard and make cardboard or paper cutouts, lay it on the ground so you know where everything goes, and then you can arrange your shop that way. Other
So
point,
I
Good
did
idea.
that,
make
Dean.
sure it's all got wheels on it if it's mobile. That way you can push it around the shop wherever you want. So you're
Right.
not confined to one spot.
Yeah, so Dean, I did something very similar to that. I drew it out on graph paper, and then I wasn't getting the good feel for it. So before I put anything on my shop, I just used sidewalk chalk and went in there and just
That's
kind
a
of
good
striped it
idea.
out on the floor, and to see how I felt about that and where I was going to stand. And then you guys will laugh at me for this. Eddie Caslin, I sent Eddie a picture when I did this stupid mistake. I mean, I took forever, figured it all out, put that lathe right where I wanted it, and then realized I had no way of getting my knockout bar in there to get my spur drive
Oh
out.
no!
Oh,
Yeah, I remember you
all of
saying
the way.
something about that.
So Dean, I would put that hoist that Dane was talking
Dane.
about. I'd put that on a trolley track, like if you got an old barn trolley, so you
Yeah.
can move it from one end of your shop to the other, or side to side, whichever way you want it to run.
That's a
Is
good
that
Like a
idea.
lattice. With a
Because then you
lattice
can use it
method.
for multiple things.
Right.
That's a
what I'm
good
gonna
idea.
do.